Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time, we started exploring all of Cinnabar Island, including the Pokemon Lab where we found quite a few new Pokemon in the form of reviving our fossils, and we started to explore the Pokemon Mansion, which we are currently in the midst of, if you couldn't tell. So, we're going to hopefully explore the rest of this and then, ideally, challenge the gym here on Cinnabar. So, how's it going there, guy? This place is, like, huge. Yeah, it is a pretty darn big area, so I wouldn't blame you if you got lost, though ultimately, it's not all that bad once you pause and really think about it for a moment. Ooh, let's see here. What's the best way to deal with a Ninetales? Well, you have just about nothing for defense, so strength should do fine. Oh, wow. That actually didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it was going to do. Alright, fair enough. I guess we'll try a Brick Break. Oh, and a Quick Attack. Ow. Granted, I can't blame you. My Ninetales has Quick Attack too, so fair enough. I'm kind of surprised he didn't have it use Quick Attack again, but oh well, whatever. 724 experience to King and Arthur. Very nice. And hey, Arthur grows to level 36. He gained 3 HP, 3 attack, 2 defense, 1 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Not bad, buddy. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the money, though. Wow. So yeah, otherwise, most of today is probably just going to be spent exploring the Pokemon Mansion. Like I was saying, it's a pretty large place, and I wouldn't blame you if you got lost. Between all the switches and floors, the place can be confusing. I don't think it's as bad as, say, Silphco and all the teleports and whatnot, and all the various floors there. That place was huge. I also don't feel it's nearly as bad as, say, even Sabrina's gym. I know a lot of folks struggled with that. Also, my goodness, what am I doing? I should just use a repel. After all, we found all the new Pokemon that are here. Ooh, where'd I put them? Toward the bottom? Yes, toward the bottom, of course. Beautiful. There, now we should be able to explore to our leisure. So otherwise, I want to say the big gimmick here, evidently, is using the statues to open various gates that'll allow us to progress and get to other areas. I want to say that we found everything on this floor? Yes, we have. Okay. So then what we need to do is flip the switch back. There we go. I believe run right up to the 3rd floor. I believe we want to press this switch here, which will open up that door. Unfortunately, though, I think there are some items we want to find here. So let's actually repress the switch and then keep going to the right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and repel wore off. Of course. Still, we find a nice little iron. It's kind of cool how there's plenty of vitamins here. It really makes it so that way if any of your Pokemon are lacking, they really have a chance to catch up on all sorts of things. Otherwise, for defense, I don't know, lock? Sure. Why not? Having extra defense on the bulky tank of the group is not a bad idea. Even if he's more a special tank than he is physical, I'd still say it's pretty worthwhile. Otherwise, let's go back and flip the switch, because who wouldn't? There we go. And then a scientist, huh? At least, assumedly, a scientist. I'm gonna say let's let, I don't know, Tiamat? Sure, she should be just fine. Ideally, he doesn't have a Magnemite. My mentor once lived here. Interesting. Yeah, and it sure is a scientist. And it's Magnemite. Well, I should have figured. Scientists love their gosh darn magnet Pokemon. And you know, I can't blame them. So here, have a Tri-Attack. The power of fire, lightning, and ice should, hopefully deal a fair bit. Yeah, not bad at all. Ooh, and the 20% chance of inflicting a status ailment went off. Very lovely. Well, that made this fight a cinch. My guess is he's going to have probably a magnet ton, and then maybe like a coughing or something weird. Oh, a Voltorb. All right, that checks out. I should have figured. Fire, lightning, and ice. Together, the three elements will destroy your Voltorb. Not bad. Not bad at all. Good job, Tiamat. And there's the Magneton. I figured it was coming soon, so I guess let's just keep it up with the classic Tri-Attack, and, I mean, the rest of the fight should be pretty easy. Even for not being very effective, that still does some phenomenal damage. Also, it's really funny how, you know, an electric steel type is forced to use Sonic Boom because that's the best move they learn for damage. It really goes to show that unless you're using pretty much Pikachu, you're kind of strapped for electric type moves, which is really weird. Ew, overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, hey, after all, you're a scientist. I'm sure you appreciated me using 3 of the elements to, take you down. Must have been kind of cool seeing it, though. Otherwise, I want to say the actual solution is to jump off one of those ledges. But for now, let's go down here and grab this nice little item. If I, you know, there we go. Ooh, an HP up. I know exactly who'd like that. Oh, Locke, I'm sure you'd love some more health. There you go, buddy. The sound investment, I'd say. And yeah, I want to say if you jump off that first one, you'll just land there. So we want to jump off of this balcony. There we go. Perfect. And of course, there's another scientist here. So let's have it. Who are you? There shouldn't be anyone here. Which, I mean, under normal circumstances, I would say, yeah, that's totally fair. Why would I be in a burned old Pokemon Mansion building? But given the fact that the gym is locked and people said that, you know, he probably hid the key in here, I don't think it's all that weird that there are, you know, trainers exploring the giant burned building for a key. Granted, though, I imagine that that can't be up to code or regulation, and I'm certain, you know, if there's any legal league or something that, you know, watches over rules and things like that, they'd probably have a field day yelling at Blaine because, you know, he hid the key to enter his gym in a burned building. I mean, you know, or well, maybe not burned, but dilapidated. Point is, it's not exactly safe. Ouch. I mean, heck, we've been running around all sorts of debris, and I mean, heck, there's even a bunch of wild Pokemon in here. There's no way this place could be safe. Still, there's plenty of nice little items, like a Carbos. I believe that's a speed increase? Yeah. You know what? An Ari. Here you go, gal. That'll give her a nice little help. And, I want to say this is actually a fast exit of the building. Kind of similar to the power plant where we found Zapdos. I would recommend not taking it yet because we have a whole basement to explore, which there's plenty of goodies here. Also, if you haven't found Ditto, which is why I'm not reapplying Repel, this is pretty much the premier location to find a Ditto. So if you hadn't before, now's a great time to do it. Otherwise, I guess for prosperity's sake, we'll take out this Ditto and be on our way. Not bad. Good job, Tiamat. Yeah, unfortunately, despite the level, they really still aren't worth your time. Admittedly, if it's not trainers at this point in the game, it's seldom worth fighting the random Pokemon. And, hey there. Excuse me, fella. Where am I now? Well, you're in the basement of the ruined Pokemon Mansion. Where else? Oh, well. I guess you burglars never learn. It's alright, though. We'll teach you a lesson. Rowlet, huh? You know, that's not very ideal. I guess let's try return? Beat him up, Tiamat. Look at all that damage. Pretty darn good. 331 experience for Tiamat and Arthur. Not bad. Ooh, and a Ponyta. Otherwise, who had the amulet coin? Was it Zinx? I think it was. I'm gonna say it was. Even though she's weak to fire type, well, Had they not used anything other than Fire Spin, she would have been in trouble. But frankly, I really want the extra boosted money from this fight, so I felt pretty comfortable switching in Zinks. Besides, Ponyta aren't exactly known for their phenomenal fire-type moves, so I wasn't terribly worried. Fire Spin is one of the worst fire-type moves in the game, and man, it really shows. Oh! Yeah, look at that money. Almost 6,000 just for switching her in. Man, that's good. And, hey, what's this? Diary, September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Right. I guess that explains how this mansion got ruined, huh? Speaking of, it's kind of ironic that they hid switches inside of Mewtwo statues. Still, I guess, whatever. And hey, another little item. A full restore to boot. Now that's useful. We'll definitely be trying to save that for later. And worst case, if you can't, then, well, oh well. Huh? Well, hey.
This place is ideal for a lab. Look at all this space.
Well, wouldn't you know it, it seems to have once been a lab, if the Mew and Mewtwo entries are anything to go off of. Ah, a little Magnemite, huh? We shouldn't have any issue. Hit him with a Tri-Attack. The powers of fire, lightning, and ice should be more than enough to handle you. At least, mostly. Ooh, there's an interesting move. Lock On. I believe Lock On guarantees that whatever move you use next can't miss. At least, you know, if there's not some weird circumstance where it otherwise could, it's okay. I've never been a fan of it. Otherwise, what I am a fan of is Tiamat growing to level 42. She gains 3 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Good job, gal. Arthur also gains some experience, of course. Ooh, an Electrode. Well, I mean, look, I hate sound like a broken record, but Tri-Attack really is just kind of Tiamat's bread and butter. If not that, usually any of her other 4 moves, or 3 moves in this case, will deal with just about anything we could worry about. So hey, not bad.
What was that for?
Well, I mean, you're the one who challenged us to a battle, so, you can kind of imagine that we were just paying you back in kind. Oh well. Ooh. Another little switch, huh? You know what? Let's not press it, because I believe this will close this door. Yeah, and open the one to progress. So, let's grab TM14 Blizzard. Now, Ice-type moves are generally pretty hard to come by. We've not seen any outside of this TM, other than, you know, Zinks naturally knowing them. Blizzard is the big daddy of Ice-type moves. 120 power, but only 7 accuracy, and even worse, 5 PP. It's pretty darn good, but be careful. That accuracy check can really mess you up. So, if I were you, if you plan on using Blizzard, at least, you know, in PvE, I would probably suggest you use some X accuracies, of all things, and go from there. Otherwise, I want to say Blizzard is affected by hail, and if it's not in this game, then in other games, I believe during hail, it'll make it so Blizzard is 100% accurate. It's really good then. Otherwise, here is the secret key to Blaine's gym. Kinda weird that he hid it all the way in here, but oh well. And what's this final little item? Well, wouldn't you know, it's another phenomenal TM. TM22 Solar Beam. This is another very interesting move. Solar Beam has 120 power with 100 accuracy and 10 PP. However, it's a 2-turn move that blasts the foe with absorbed energy in the second turn. That is, unless there is harsh sunlight. By using the move Sunny Day, you can make it so Solar Beam can fire every single turn without needing to charge. Having a Venusaur giving it Solar Beam with someone on your team who sets up a Sunny Day is a really good strategy. I probably won't be using it, but man, is it effective. Otherwise, Let's see here. There we are. Let's use an escape rope. We're more than done here. Not too bad. After all, I thought it was pretty fun exploring the old Pokemon Mansion. Plus, we got some pretty phenomenal items and some very interesting lore about how Mewtwo came to be. So I figure let's heal our Pokemon up, and then let's get ready for the quiz. At, Blaine's gym, because he's all about quizzes. So, using our key, we can now enter. And, hey there.
Yo, champ in the making. The hot-headed Blaine is a fire Pokemon pro. Douse his spirits with water. You'd better take some burn heals, too.
Yeah, he's not kidding. So, if you couldn't guess, this is where Locke is going to come in and shine. Additionally, if King had a ground-type move, he'd be really phenomenal too. But, he doesn't. Now, this gym has a very interesting mechanic. All of the trainers won't aggro to you the minute you step into line of sight, because you need to answer Pokemon quizzes. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. That is absolutely correct. However, I'm going to say no. Sorry, bad call.
I was a thief, but I went straight as a traitor.
I'm going to purposefully be failing every single one of these quizzes because I want to fight every single trainer for that delicious experience, and not to mention the money. Otherwise, if I know the answer, which I believe I know pretty much all of them, then, I'll say it. So if you don't want to fight the trainers, you can just answer them correctly and be on your way. And besides, most of them are pretty darn simple. There's a couple hard ones, but nothing really to worry about. And hey, absolutely nothing to worry about with Arthur growing to level 37. He gains 2 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 special attack, 1 special defense, and 2 speed. Good job, pal. Ooh, and a Vulpix. We know you well. Unfortunately, you have very good special defense, so Water Pulse has a chance of not one-hit KOing you. Still, Locke's got it covered. Some alright experience. And what else you got? Ooh, a full-on Ninetales. Well, I'll give you some respect and use Surf. Well, I can't say I didn't see Confuse Ray coming. This could be very bad. Come on, Locke. Oh. Alright, at least he still has his leftovers, and frankly, because his defenses are so high and he has such little physical strength, he doesn't do a whole lot of damage to himself. So Confusion's not the worst thing for him. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's just not having a good day. That's alright. And man, that really goes to show you just how quick Ninetales is. Even with, 5 levels on it, we were still slower. Ninetales is an exceptionally fast Pokemon. Not as fast as Electrode, but hey, nothing in Gen 1 is, so shouldn't be too surprising. Still, with 1 Surf, we'll be right on our way. Thanks for the experience. I surrender. And, of course, the money. They really start giving you plenty at this point in the game. It's great. Also, there's 2 scientists here. Well, what's the quiz? Pokemon quiz. Get it right? Yeah. We know it. If you want to conserve it, get it right. There are 9 certified Pokemon League badges. We know this is unequivocally false. After all, there are 8. But because we want to get it wrong, we'll say yes. Sorry, bad call.
I've studied Pokemon thoroughly. You can't win.
Well, given the fact that you're in a Fire-type gym, my guess is you only have Fire-type Pokemon, so, based on that, there's no chance you can win, friend. Sorry. Here, have a Water Pulse. Exactly. It's more than enough than what your Ponyta can handle. Ooh, and we're real close to a level with Locke. I wouldn't be surprised if he gained a few levels in here, to be completely honest. It's a pretty big gym. Otherwise, too, I believe if you want, you don't have to actually get the questions wrong in order to battle the trainer. I believe you can just talk to him, but it is funny seeing the oops, you got it wrong. Otherwise, Locke grew to level 42. He gained 4 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense, 3 special attack, 2 special defense, and 2 speed. Good job, pal. Ooh, and Locke is trying to learn the move Haze. Let's give it a look. Haze is an ice-type move with 30 PP. It has no power and no accuracy, though. However, it eliminates all stat changes among all Pokemon engaged in battle. This is much better as, say, a competitive move or something that you would use if, say, a pesky legendary Pokemon has buffed up way too much. Switch them in, use Haze, you're good to go. I don't plan on using this, but it certainly has its uses. Most moves do, to be fair. Alright, what else you got, guy? A Vulpix. Alright, have a Water Pulse. There we go. Beautiful. After all, I don't feel like Locke's gonna have too much trouble in this gym. To be fair, at this point in the game, most water types really shouldn't struggle. Plus, the fact that he's a special attacker means that Intimidate won't really do much. And I mean, hey, if you pick Blastoise or, Squirtle at the beginning of the game, you're really not going to struggle here. So don't worry about it. I would say this is one of the easiest gyms in the game.
Wah, my studies were insufficient.
Yeah, you only studied fire types, I guess. So that begs the question, how do you fight this nerd? Well, just walk up to him.
Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get?
Not particularly, no. I'd actually be curious to know how hot Fire Breath can get. Still, I guess you'll treat us to a nice little battle first. And it's funny that he uses Vulpix. I imagine he would start with Flamethrower if he got the chance. Unfortunately for him, we're not giving him that chance. Okay experience. And another Vulpix. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I just hiccuped and that kind of surprised me. Just kind of like that critical hit. Not bad, Locke. Good job, buddy. What else we got? A Ninetales. Alright, cool. We'll give you a nice little surf. Yeah, see, Ninetales is still faster, even with, what, a 6 level difference? Like I said, it's a fast Pokemon. Still, nothing we can't handle.
Yo, hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, I would imagine it is rather hot. Also, it's strange that his Ninetale used Ember. I don't think Ninetales or Vulpix ever learns Ember naturally. So, that's interesting. I guess let's give you a... Actually, no, let's do the quiz first. Pokemon quiz. Yes, we know all the fluff. So, what's the question? Poliwag evolves 3 times. This is not true. It evolves into Poliwhirl, which is 1 evolution, and then Poliwrath, which is the 2nd evolution. In Generation 2, it does receive technically a 3rd evolution in the form of Politoed. So to say that Poliwag evolves 3 times total isn't entirely false, but in terms of an evolution chain, it only evolves a maximum of 2 times. To say there are 3 evolutions that result from Poliwag is true, but is evolving 3 times in a row? That's just not true. You're absolutely correct. Thanks. You can go on through, but first we'll have a little trainer battle.
I like using Fire-type Pokemon. I just do.
Honestly, that's a great reason to use Fire-type Pokemon. Also, you were a burglar and not a scientist. Whoopsies. I guess he's kind of a nerdy burglar. Hey, it's not the most surprising thing. Here, your Ponyta can first use agility and then get blasted by a water pulse. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, that's some big damage. After all, it's Locke we're talking about. He's been known to make a huge splash.
Too hot to handle.
Yeah, still, thanks for all the money. Yeesh. Honestly, you really don't want to pass up these trainers. Also, too, another thing with this being, in my opinion, one of the easiest gyms, in order to get here, you're required to have Surf. Surf is pretty much going to clear out this whole gym lickety-split. So, you know. Otherwise, what's our next quiz? All right, come on, hit us with it. Are electric moves effective against ground-type moves? They absolutely are not. In fact, electric moves are completely ineffective against ground-type moves. So, yeah, no. You're absolutely correct. Thanks. Still, let's give this gentleman a nice little battle.
I know why Blaine became a traitor.
All right, well, I guess you'll have to tell us all about it once we've beaten you. Kind of curious as to why. Ooh, and a Rapidash. Man, I gotta say, what a darn cool fire-type Pokemon. Unfortunately, what isn't cool is the fact that it kind of really only learns Fire Spin. And, Rapidash, I believe, is largely a physical attacker. It kind of suffers from the same thing that Flareon suffers from. It has great stats for a type that doesn't support it at all. It's a shame.
Ow!
Yeah. So, why did he become a trainer?
Our leader, Blaine, became lost in the mountains, but good. Night fell when a fiery bird Pokemon appeared. Its light allowed Blaine to find his way down safely.
That story is completely not related. I guess maybe he became a Pokemon trainer because he was inspired by the bird helping him? I guess that's what's implied? I guess I don't know. Otherwise, what I do know is it's time for another Pokemon quiz. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. This is true. We've been told several times throughout the game, not only by trainers and other, random NPCs, but we've seen it in the stats ourselves. Even upon fighting things like, say, Zapdos or Articuno, things that are static encounters, if you fight them multiple times in a row, say by loading your save, they're going to be different. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. And, we certainly will once we beat this trainer. Hey there.
I've been to many gyms, but this one best suits my style.
It was a burglar. That's why I changed from the nerd voice to his voice. I'll be honest. I'm not great at identifying the burglars compared to, the scientists and nerds. They all kind of blend into me. And yeah, they do have their differences, but you never know. Still, what we do know, Water Pulse is absolutely going to clean house. Let me guess, the Ninetales? Oh, Growlithe. Alright. Feel free to lower our physical attack. We don't use it anyways. We'll just keep blasting you with water and be on our way. Plus, too, there's another big thing. With Locke having leftovers, there's really no virtual way he could ever lose to these trainers. Maybe Blaine. Blaine has some powerful stuff. But against these mooks, he'll be fine. And hey, what's also fine is Arthur growing to level 38. Gains 2 HP, 3 attack, 2 defense, 2 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Nice. Arthur is trying to learn agility. We know absolutely what that does. We don't care for it. We'll stop learning agility. It's an okay move.
Yowza, too hot.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's appropriate. You are in a fire-type gym after all. Ooh. Looks like I think 1 or 2 more questions. Let's see what you got. Come on, baby. Time for some quizzes. EM28 contains Tombstony. Well, it might contain Tombstone, but Tombstony isn't a real move. So, no. You're absolutely correct. I know I am. So let's take a look. Yep. There's the old man himself. We'll be with you in a minute, Pops. First, we gotta battle this scientist.
Fire is weak against H2O.
Yeah, it is weak against water. You're absolutely correct. Thanks for the trivia. Still, to be fair, we already knew about that. In fact, we'll be showcasing it right here after getting intimidated. Luckily, being scared doesn't inhibit our ability to just spam Water Pulse. Thank goodness. I will say, if we were using a physical water type move, say in Gen 4 or later, that would actually negatively affect it. Say if you were using, like Weasel or something who uses physical water moves, that would really put a damper on your mood. But in this generation, every water move is special. So, Intimidate doesn't really matter. You know. Some alright EXP.
Oh, stuffed out.
Yeah, like a bonfire or a flame. Makes sense to me. Also makes sense is you, Blaine. You ready for a fun gym battle?
Ha! I'm Blaine, the red-hot leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokémon are all rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have Burn Heal.
Well, we'll do you one better. We have full heals. So get ready, Blaine. Let's see what you got. A Growlithe. Alright, fair enough. All of Blaine's Pokemon are going to be fairly level, so expect a pretty tough battle. Still, Locke should be more than fine with Surf and Water Pulse. Now, like I said, there is a chance he blindsides us with some interesting moves, so be careful. This isn't a complete cakewalk, though it is pretty easy. Ponyta, huh? Fair enough. I guess we'll just use Water Pulse on you. I'm not all that scared of Ponyta. Alright, so far so good. 2 moves and 2 KOs, I like it. As well as a level for Locke, I especially like that. He's level 43 now. Gains 4 HP, 1 attack, 1 defense, 2 special attack, 3 special defense, and 2 speed. Not bad, buddy. Alright, what else you got, Blaine? A Rapidash. Now that's gonna be a bit of a problem. They're pretty quick. Ow. And yeah, Stomp hurts a fair bit, and it can make you flinch. This is where some of the trouble's gonna come from. Still, we should be fine when we're not getting flinched. Say hello to Fire Blast. That's effectively the same kind of move as Blizzard. Huge power, low accuracy, low PP. It's a premier fire type move. Still, Locke took it like a champ. What else you got, Blaine? Ah, of course. The famous pseudo-legendary himself, Arcanine. That's right. Arcanine is such a powerful Pokemon and a fantastic evolution that, frankly, it overshadows Ninetales completely. Ninetales is good in its own regard, but Arcanine is another breed of powerful. Ow! This is gonna hurt. Yeah, Arcanine does some fairly good damage. It also has some really phenomenal moves. Though to be fair, as a fire type, it's okay. At least in this generation. In others, it is phenomenal. Trust me. This thing is still used pretty heavily in competitive. At least it was. Still, 1,072 EXP split for both? Not bad at all.
I have burned down to nothing. Not even ashes remain. You have earned the Volcano Badge.
And 4,700 Pokédollars. Nice.
Ha! The Volcano Badge heightens the special stats of your Pokemon. Here, you can have this too.
M38.
Fire Blast is the ultimate fire technique. Don't waste it on water Pokemon.
Which is kind of funny and ironic considering he just fire blasted a water type Pokemon. Still, I think the idea is more just, don't use it on a water type Pokemon, trying to teach them Fire Blast. But to be fair, I don't think any water type can actually learn it. So maybe he does more mean it, just don't use it on water types. Either way, it's a pretty darn good move. Now, I'm gonna warn you. We're gonna end the episode here because the moment we step outside of this door, we're gonna start a very interesting segment of the game that wasn't in the originals. Red, blue, yellow, or green if you were in Japan. So, next time we play Pokemon Leaf Green, we're gonna take a little journey to the Sevi Islands. As always, I've been Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.